The real Messiah, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, hates religion. Let me tell you what the Bible actually says about relating to religion. It's not a book of religion. Now, you got a scripture that says, this is Jesus. He spoke to the Pharisees and Sadducees when he said, you will cross land and sea to make one proselyte. And when you do, you make him twofold the child of hell. Now, why is that? Because they were already lost. And now they think that they're saved by their religion. So religion doesn't save you. One of the reasons is because what God spoke, what's the question here? Okay. Since God says in Malachi, I believe it's Malachi 3:6, I am the Lord thy God, I change not. Since he never changes, then whatever he first spoke something to be, that's his original purpose for that thing. This is one of the laws that you can apply to reading the Bible, to understanding what it's saying. Because a lot of us, we know what it says, but we don't know what it's saying. There are no isolated doctrines in Scripture. They all mesh together. They all line up together. So as we go line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. Okay. Now, there are two more laws that we can apply to understanding Scripture besides that. The other law is the law of context. You know, law of context means the Scriptures must fit with the Scriptures that came before and the Scriptures that came after, and all the other Scriptures, in order for it to be truth. Because the Scriptures has no doctrines that conflict each other. And then we got the law number 3, which is the law of definitions. That basically means to look up every word. Don't just read the Bible, do word study. Look up every word so you can understand what the words meant at the time they were used. You can go back to this, use the Strong's Concordance to study the words that they were translated from, study what they meant in context during the time they were used, and study the period that they were used in. Also, you want to study when someone is speaking to someone, you want to study that who's being spoken to as well, because that'll help us understand what the Scripture says a lot more. JT.